The Dusk Project is out right now. You can download it with the link in the description. This video is just gonna be my experience with it. Setting it up, actually running it, features that I couldn't get to work properly, etc, etc. If you just want to play it, link in the description so you can download it. It's super easy to set up. Without further ado, let's get into it. Quick history lesson first. There's two Twilight Princess PC ports. One of them is called Courage Reborn. It is not out yet, and the other is this one, the Dusk Project. The reason there's two is because Courage Reborn is aiming for something a little different, with the way they implement 60 FPS, the way they have a ton of testers helping it out, how public they are, etc, etc. So the Dusk Project is out right now and you can play it. However, that doesn't deflate the excitement that anyone should have towards Courage Reborn, especially considering this release was a bit of a rocky one, especially for me. Also, just a heads up, the one that's releasing on Switch is Courage Reborn. The Dusk Project will not be releasing on Switch in any form. Now, for starters, setup, at least on Windows, is extremely easy. Just download the zip file and then extract it, press on it, select your ROM, and that's it. I did add it to Steam as a non-Steam game so that I could use my Steam controller. All the footage you're going to see here was recorded with me using my Steam controller. And what was cool is that it actually recognized my Steam controller. Now, I'm not sure if it just recognized it as a Steam Deck, but it said Steam controller and everything works perfectly. So day one support for Steam controller is awesome. Now, unfortunately, Gyro did not work when using the Steam controller on the basic setting. However, all I had to do was tell it to map the gyro as a mouse and then go into my Steam settings and map the gyro as a mouse. And then boom, worked perfectly, no issues. It was a bit sensitive, but of course that's on Steam's side, you just turn that down. For me personally, I like about 1.5%. The setup here is the exact same on a Steam controller as it is on the Steam Deck. Just a quick note here though, if you're planning on using this method, make sure to turn off the actuators for gyro. The game will simply ignore your mouse inputs when you're not aiming. It's very similar to how I believe the Majora's Mask Recomp did it, which honestly this is genius and most games at this point should be doing this. So on a Steam controller, gyro works perfectly fine. I had zero issues with it. What I did have issues with though is importing my save file from Dolphin. And unlike something like Courage Reborn, which to import your save files in that game, all you have to do is open the conveniently located saves folder, you have to go into app data, into roaming, find the Twilight Realm folder, then go into the Dusk folder, then USA or PAL or whatever your region is, then card A, then you drop your save files in. This was a bit of a mess because I couldn't actually find this folder for a while. If you didn't know, app data is kind of hard to reach and then it's kind of really buried in there. I was just really lucky that I had someone who would help me out, and that of course was Tom Lube, the GOAT. He was more than willing to DM me and answer a few of my questions, so that's good. Now, once that's all set up, you can boot the game like normal, go into it, and your save files should be there. As you can see, I put 2 of them in here and 2 of my save files are there. I wish there was an option in the game itself that just says import save files and then you click that and you get to choose it, but remember, this is the 1.0 release. Not everything is here yet. I'm sure they will implement that later. When you do boot up the game for the first time, it'll give you the option between Classic and Dusk. Classic is 4x3, 30 FPS, exactly how it was in the original, and then Dusk has a lot of enhancements already added. I wish there was a few more enhancements that were there from the beginning because I had to add a lot. I would show you footage of this, however, I was not recording when I first booted up the game. However, adding those extra enhancements was really easy because this menu is amazing. If you press the select button, it'll bring down this little pop-up and you'll have a bunch of different options right in front of you. Obviously, settings is the one you're going to be in the most when you enable stuff like widescreen, gyro, inverted camera, because yes, it has full free camera control, which is amazing. No, you cannot control it using the Steam Deck's trackpads, or at least I couldn't do it with the Steam controller's trackpads. But either way, these menus might be on par or better than the in-game menus that Courage Reborn is attempting. They're perfectly usable with a controller, no questions asked. I didn't have a single point where I wanted to break out a mouse to mess with settings. Now, there is a lot of options here. Tons of sliders and all these stuff you can mess with, cheats, everything, the whole shebang, it's all here. Everything I talked about in my other video, it's all here and it's beautiful. I don't have time to go through all of this. This is just a quick video to get this out the day it releases. I believe this is going to be uploaded around 2 hours after it comes out, so I'm making pretty good pace, especially considering, you know, nobody told me that it was going to release today. So this is amazing. I also want to give a shout out to Red on the Dusk Project server. If you watched my Minish Cap video, you know of Red. He is a developer who's working on something to auto-update this. Now, I think it'll have auto-updates in the future, and it might have auto-updates now. I'm not sure considering there's no updates. But an auto-updater is really cool. He did send me a build, but there's not really a lot to show. Eventually, this auto-updater will turn into a mod loader, which that will actually be really useful, and I will make a video on that when it comes out. Again, quick video. Thanks so much for watching. Links in the description to download this for yourself. I'll see you later.